All right. Do I think about a time when I was afraid of the gospel or ashamed of the gospel? I'm a Christian. Of course, I'm afraid to pray in public. Of course, that verse is referenced in Romans 1:16. I thought about Peter in Luke 22, where when they captured Jesus, and three times Peter was recognized by three different people as being had been with Jesus, and Peter vehemently denied knowing Jesus, being with Jesus like three times. Initially when we think about being afraid and being ashamed of the gospel, we think about, doing it as passionately as Peter did. But when I think about this question more and deeper, um, every day in the mundane, me as a believer, my own personal testimony, I have many thoughts of when I was afraid of the gospel or ashamed to, just simply tell somebody, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm in the logistics industry. And every day, early in the morning, I wake up, I'm on the dock with men, with business owners, with people of all different races, cultures, walks of life, So there are so many moments where I'm just doing me, where I'm just listening to some gospel music early in the morning on my laptop, and somebody might walk up and say, hey, man, what's that? What kind of music is that? And there are so many moments where I have, instead of saying simply, hey, this is a gospel song, or hey, man, this is a sermon from Dr. Tony Evans, I've kind of downplayed it. One morning, my wife called me and she said, hey, babe, I'm having some chest pains, or, hey, can you just pray for me? And I was like, of course, babe, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to do it right now. I'm getting ready to pray for my wife, and I'm in the warehouse, and like two people walked past me. They were walking up to me, and they were about to walk past me. What I did was I waited until they were in the clear before I prayed. What if I would have just stopped in that moment and prayed, and, not being so conscious of like what those people might have thought about me. And, maybe somebody could have stopped and said, hey, man, I saw you praying, man. Like, I've been dealing with this situation, or, hey, man, I just need some prayer, bro. Can you pray for me? Those are opportunities that I think of where, in the everyday, in the day to day, in our, usual process, that we miss on opportunities to make God known, that we miss on opportunities to be used by God. Every morning I try to pray and say, Lord, how can I be used by you today? Show me, a situation. Show me a person. God, show me how I can serve you today. And as I pray that prayer every morning, and as I tell this story, man, it makes me think of how often have I missed on the opportunities to be used by God in just the simple things. We think about, being used by God for miracles and being used by God for big, big life-changing things. But I think that God wants to use us in just a day-to-day, mundane, praying for somebody, not being afraid to tell somebody that, hey, man, my podcast is a Christian content podcast, afraid that they may not subscribe to my channel because I might tell them that I'm a Christian and they may be offended, who knows, So when I think about being ashamed of the gospel, I think we shouldn't think about being ashamed in like major ways. We should think about how often we're ashamed in just the little minute ways.